Does your furry friend take over your bed every night? It's time to reclaim your space while giving them the comfort they deserve with the coldest, cozy dog bed. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description to buy now on Amazon.
The man who many see as the favorite to be Kamala Harris's running mate now faces controversy as a fellow Democrat from his state noted his involvement in a sexual harassment scandal. Governor Josh Shapiro of Pennsylvania, 51, is in the running to take Kamala Harris's job as vice president should she defeat Donald Trump in November. Harris has so far requested materials from Shapiro as part of a vetting process that includes several governors of swing states that could be an asset to the vice president's efforts. However, a Pennsylvania Democrat who will be on the ticket this November is accusing Shapiro of being involved in a cover-up and even made a shocking prediction regarding how he might wreck Harris's campaign. Erin McClelland, the Dem nominee for treasurer in the state, has caused an intra-party fight after her tweet Tuesday night endorsing North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper to be Harris's running mate. "I want a VP pick that's secure enough to be second under a woman, is content to be VP, won't undermine the president to maneuver his own election, doesn't sweep sexual harassment under the rug," she wrote, referring to Shapiro. "I want someone that can speak to rural voters. That is at Roy Cooper NC," she added, referencing the lone Southern governor on the list of names being vetted. After not explicitly naming him in the post, McClelland confirmed to the New York Post that she was referring to Shapiro. "If I were in her situation, would think very strongly about the difficulties that some women experience being in a top-level position, and having men around them that have to be satisfied with being second, third or answering to a woman," she said. In 2023, Shapiro's office quietly settled for $250,000 with a woman who'd accused Mike Vereb, a legislative liaison to the governor and decades-long ally, of sexual harassment. Vereb did not resign until 7 months after the accusation was made, and Shapiro was criticized for how he handled the incident. "It really makes me so angry that I have to stop talking because I'll say things I shouldn't," said Senate President pro tempore Kim Ward told the Philadelphia Inquirer after Vereb's resignation. "It's so infuriating that Vereb stayed in that position for months, one of the highest positions in the administration." Shapiro's only response to the criticism was to smirk and tell people to consider the source, the Inquirer added. Ward is a Republican who frequently butts heads with Shapiro. Sharif Street, the chairman of the Pennsylvania Democrat Party, was irate when asked about her statement. "Look, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I'll tell you, I'm offended by the post," he said. "I'm personally offended, and I'll have conversations with our nominee for treasurer separately," Street added. McClelland seemed unbothered by the chairman's response. She said, "Someone is offended by a woman with a strong opinion. Color me thunderstruck." Furthermore, McClelland endorsed Cooper because she thinks he represents everything Shapiro is not. "I don't think that he would undercut Harris. He's good on public education, which is an issue that's important to me," she said. DailyMail.com has reached out to Shapiro's office for comment. Shapiro's name often comes up as a Democrat with a bright political future and potential sights on the White House. The battleground state governor was one of the first Democratic leaders to push back on replacing Biden following his stumbling debate performance, but it is not clear whether he would join a Harris ticket. He threw his support behind Harris on Sunday, not long after Biden's announcement. "I've known Kamala Harris for nearly 2 decades. We've both been prosecutors. We've both stood up for the rule of law. We've both fought for the people and delivered results," he said in a statement. "Kamala Harris is a patriot worthy of our support, and she will continue the work of generations of Americans who came before us to perfect our union, protect our democracy, and advance real freedom." The Keystone State governor said the best path forward for the Democratic Party is to quickly unite behind Vice President Harris and refocus on winning the presidency. He vowed he would do everything he can to help elect Harris as the next president. Cooper won his state in 2 elections even as Trump won the state in the presidential RA.